So I tried to film on my laptop, but not on my laptop, on my camera, but my battery ran out because I'm so responsible. So I'm just gonna film it on my this thing, my laptop, again. Also, I'm trying to post videos every single day, not necessarily about just the INTP and like the Myers-Briggs type, because I think there's definitely more to life than just MBTI. Although I will talk about that like occasionally. Um, but yeah, I thought that should like be out there because MBTI is very restrictive in nature, and I don't think that those kind of limitations or restrictions should be on anyone. But I think it's fun to do, and that's why I created this channel to talk about MBTI. Not really. I didn't create this channel to talk about MBTI, but like it happened that way. Anyway, so yeah, MBTI is just like a fun thing. Don't ever get offended by anything that I say or anyone says regarding MBTI because it's just a categorization. You don't have to be 100%. There's no way you can be 100% like that personality type. So just, take it easy. They're just personality types. No big deal. Now, speaking of limitations, I'm going to talk about ISTJs. I think three ISTJs. My mom is an I/E STJ. I say that because she's just like her percentage on the introverted extroverted scale was 51% introverted. So I know her and I know she's an extrovert. So yeah. Um, let's talk about the ISTJ type. So I know two other ISTJs, and I'm going to talk about them. I think ISTJs know what's coming their way because, in general, I don't think INTPs and ISTJs just get along that well. They're okay, but I don't think they're like the best because I feel like there'd be a lot of arguments about these two personality types. For instance, I have a lot of arguments with one of my friends who's an ISTJ, and I'm constantly arguing with her about like some weird reason. Now, obviously, there are some things that I appreciate and some things that I don't, which is probably there with you if you're an ISTJ watching this. Um, so, yeah, I'm sorry if it hurts you. Which I've realized that some ISTJs are just, they're a little butthurt. To be quite honest, they take things quite seriously. But something I've realized that their way of thinking is completely different from our or like INTP's way of thinking because I've just noticed that like every time there's like an ISTJ person that I know, like the two of us will come up with very different solutions to the same problem. So that's something that I appreciate because every time like they usually have a solution to the problem, it's quite like direct and it's more easy to implement and it just like gets it over with. But I feel like when it comes to an INTP, it's more in depth. Um, Again, not implying anything, but yeah. So I just feel ISTJs are just more um, they're more like systematic and organized from the way they go with their problems, and it usually just tends to be a more of an easy solution rather than an INTP's whose solution could be like quite like all over the place, and a little more like confusing compared to an ISTJ's, which I think it's because A, they're sensing, and B, because like the J in there, this thing, it's just more meticulous and organized. Then what else? They're very stubborn. ISTJs are super stubborn. Like I also feel like they like to dominate, kind of. From what I've observed, is because every time I'm having this debate or an argument with this friend of mine, she will just it's kind of like a satisfaction thing for them to win. So it'll be like, I won, that kind of a feeling, and it's kind of frustrating. Um, but I let them win. No, I'm kidding. Um, but again, it's more of this peace of mind that I need to win that ISTJs have, which again, it's a little annoying. It's like, it's okay, and whatever. Um, ISTJs are also very stubborn. So as I said, this kind of correlates to my previous one, where they just want to win all the time. That happens, and it's like, cool. So you want to win, huh? Um, and something that's like good and bad about them is that they can really like kind of um, get their way with the words. So I'd, I'd say that an INTP, they're usually more, uh, more, like, I'd say INTPs are like honest. No, okay, I don't know how to explain this. So ISTJs, they're also very honest and straightforward and everything, which is something I appreciate because like if there's something wrong, they'll just tell you. They'll be like, hey, I don't like this about you, or hey, I don't like the way things are going like this. Um, you know, but um, when they have to again argue, because I've had a lot of arguments with this ISTJ, she they're very good with like turning their words around. So very good like lawyer material, I feel, because they can really like turn around their words and say the same thing but like in a very different way. So I feel like the way they frame things and structure things, that's just, it's pretty cool because like I'll have an argument with them and they'll just completely, they'll say a point and I'll for instance, they'll give me a point and I'll just be like, I'll say something opposing to that point. They'll bring out the same point but in a different way, which confuses me. And it takes me a while to figure out that they said the exact same thing earlier. And I think that's really fascinating. Like, that's pretty cool. I wish I could do that. It's like, it's basically the question's A plus B, and then that's like their first point, and then they'll make it into 3A minus 2A plus 9B minus 7B minus 2B, you know? No, plus B. So that's how I feel that it kind of like goes on. So that's my take on ISTJs. Don't hate on me. You know what I'm saying is not exactly wrong. Also one more thing, they're very, I'd say they're kind of like judgmental. Um, because they have their own like things in place. So they have like their own ideas and their own morals and values, and which is great. I think everyone should have like their morals and values in place. But if someone's not the same way as they are, they automatically start like treating you as if you're wrong, which is which is extremely frustrating. Like the other day, I know this ISTJ, and I was talking to them. I was talking about like pretty philosophical stuff. I was gonna say shit, pretty philosophical stuff, and um, I was like, yeah, isn't it cool that like we're here, but we don't know why it is? And they responded by saying, that's so lame. Why would you think that? And that was honestly pretty offensive because that's something that I think is absolutely amazing and it's beautiful. But just because they think that it's not doesn't mean that it's like lame or something. I feel they just need to kind of develop more respect for what other people think and how other people behave and why not behave. Again, it's just like how other people think. And they should just be more open minded. I don't think they're that open minded. Yes, they're a little narrow minded. And that's also very annoying. But that's okay because, yeah. So if you're an ISTJ, try to be a little more open minded, not narrow minded. do you have anything else to say about ISTJs? Hold on. Again, they can be judgmental, and they're very like again, one more thing, they're very disciplined. From what I've observed, they like things in order, which is good, but it's very frustrating because they're just, yeah, if you don't do things their way, it's the wrong way, which is what I said. So yeah, that's mostly what I have in terms of ISTJ experiences and ISTJs. And if you're an ISTJ, please don't be offended. I'm sorry if I did offend you, but I'm sorry. Cool. See ya later. INTPs and ISTJs.